5, 4, 3. Oh, delay. What? Why is it a delay? I don't know why there's a delay. Okay, I hope we're live. I hope this is live. If this isn't live, somebody tell me.
It says live. It's live.
Okay, cool. Hi, everybody. I'm Stephen Partridge. This is my band of writer, creative friends, and we play D&D. It's a blast. We like Syrinscape. We use that for our sound effects, so be aware of that. Oh my gosh, it's been a whole day, so I'm a little out of sorts. I'm just going to roll my lovely D5, which is actually a D10 that I divide by 2. If I can find it, here's one. It glows in the dark. And we will see who this lands on. That is going to be Megan.
Oh, hey everybody, I'm Megan. Podcaster, sci-fi writer, and D&D player. I play Tempest. Who is a very sad goth girl with a giant sword. At last time when we were playing, we were on a ship, and it's actually the most fun Tempest has had in a very, very long time. She's uncharacteristically happy to be on this ship in the salt air. There was a lot of role play around all the people on the ship and some of our new companions, including the woman that people are calling Cat Mommy. I don't know. Something like that. And then we were attacked by fish people. Yeah. It was pretty crazy.
It's a lion, Mommy. It's fine.
You need to
Marissa.
pass it off to somebody.
Yeah, Marissa.
All right. Well, so I'm Marissa. I play Nimini Batch, everyone's favorite cinnamon roll. And so we're on the ship. Nim is having a great time. However, just trying to enjoy the scenery, the ocean, the great salty spray. But she can hear some knocking on the boat and then also see some rainbows under the water. And this seems incorrect. Like, it shouldn't happen. But Nim can't get anybody else to see it for a really long time. And so Nim decides that if she shifts, because she's a changeling, if she shifts into a amalgam of sailor features, perhaps someone would believe her. And that just really complicated matters because at the end of the day, nobody knew who she was, and it was just a random sailor shouting, while the rest of the gang was trying to have a chat with the captain. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to Vera from there.
Hello, my name is Vera, also known as Nathaniel. I think that's still what's listed. So I play Wisp, who is a fawn bard, and who had the joy of discovering that they get seasick, and spent a decent chunk of the last session trying not to throw up. Wisp did also hear the knocking, although did not spot the rainbowness that Nim saw right off the bat. I'm trying to think of what else I can add that isn't also everything. You know what? I'll just hand it off to Robin.
Okay. Did we get the part where we have starfish over our mouths and noses?
Nope. No, we have not gotten there.
Okay, the Marrow put starfish over our mouths and noses to make sure we could breathe underwater, because apparently they need us for something, and apparently it's an emergency, but they didn't ask for us, so we're going to kick their asses. SENITA, I think you're the one that hasn't gone.
Okay, so we talked about the fight.
I mean, a little. It's been alluded to.
Mm-hmm.
What are we fighting against? They're like
They're sort of mer
right?
people.
Marrow.
Yeah.
Marrow. That's the word. Right? They came aboard, and we, like we always do, just have to fight for our lives. Although Anu was having so much fun just stomping on the my favorite turtles.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. Did we finish the fight, or are we still in battle?
You're still
We're
in
still-
battle.
Okay. Did everyone go? Am I the last person?
Yes, you're the
Yes.
last person.
Okay, yeah, there we go. We're still in battle.
Yeah, so we are gonna play that good intro. Full disclosure, this is a dark fantasy game, so if horror is not your vibe, just be aware. And with that, we're gonna go ahead and get into the intro. And we are back. Hey, and we have raiders. Welcome, raiders. Hi. Thank you for raiding us tonight. We are just about to get started. So, to catch you up to speed, we have our entire party who is currently in the middle of the night on a sea vessel. And there are Marrow, which are like snake mer people that have come on the ship and are trying to kidnap a bunch of people. So, yeah, let's see how that turns out. Oh, that is not the right combat music. That's different combat music. Hold on, let me get the right.
That is not the music you want to kill us to. Okay,
No,
got
this
it,
is the
got
music
it.
I want to kill you to. All right, there we go. So everybody, go ahead and give me an initiative roll, because we're gonna reset our initiative here. I had initiative
I
rolls, but
appreciate that because mine was terrible.
I remember a
last
lot of people rolled poorly. So, and I remember I rolled
I
really
didn't.
well.
I rolled really well.
19.
Well, you guys should be grateful that the Marrow rolled very poorly.
It's gonna be total 22 this time.
Not poor enough.
Hang on,
All
sorry.
right.
I rolled really
Hang
well
on.
last time. This time it's terrible.
So Wisp got 19,
Yes.
and what did Anu get?
21.
21. Okay. 21 for Anu. What did Senta get?
22 total.
Okay.
Obviously dirty 22. But
Okay, yeah. And what did Nim get?
16.
Ooh. So what did Tempest get?
5.
Oh, somebody had to roll bad.
But why does that have to be me all the time?
And then
I prefer to roll bad.
so
Well, you
our
always
order
manage to be adorable with your bad rolls. So
All right, let's start with Senta. So, Senta, what are you doing?
Well, last week I remember while I was being tied down, I did that trick where you flex your wrists so that you've got room to like get yourself out, and my plan so far has been to sit here until they're not paying attention to me and then leave.
Okay.
So is there still someone standing next to me is the first thing I want to know.
Yes, there is.
Okay, what is the position of this person? Are they looking at me? Like,
They have just finished with you, so they are turned away from you.
okay. In that case, is it gonna be my action to slip my wrists out of this bondage?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then I will use my action to slip my wrists out of this bondage, and I will use my bonus action to hide because I'm a rogue and I can do that.
Yep. You want to give me an athletics or an acrobatics check?
Oh, for the ropes?
Uh-huh. And you have an advantage because of your previous preparation.
Not sleight of hand.
You could do sleight of hand. That would also be acceptable.
Okay. My second roll was a nat 20, so that's going to be a total of 31.
Oh, it's like they just fall off like butter, and you are good. I'm going to give you an advantage on your stealth because of that. Because it's so quick.
Okay, that's going to be 29 for stealth.
You could hide from God. Good job.
I'm just gone. They turn their face away, and Cinta's not there anymore.
Yep, you just like roll over in the hammock, and all of a sudden you are dumped out, and you scurry away, and they just hear the hammock dump. It turns around, and you're just not there.
Pass turn. That's all I can do.
Anu, you are next.
Trying to be sneaky. All right, we all ran down the steps, right? So
Yep.
okay. Am I visible to people?
You had stealthed before, I believe.
Yeah. Okay. And how many enemies are left?
There were, I believe, 15. I have noted 15, so I think it's 15 down here, and there's
15?
more up top. Yeah, there's more up top.
How is there so many in such a small place?
Reminder, Stephen, I cast confusion on this group of them.
You're right. So
at
they
the
are
end of last
very
time, so
confused.
when we get to them, do not forget that.
Oh, yes. I will not forget that.
Okay. So everyone's confused. Huh. I guess I'll just try to knock one out, I guess.
Okay. Ooh, we got a new follower. Hey, thank you, Capt Jeff.
All right. I think I'm just gonna do an unarmed strike then.
All right, unarmed strike.
Yeah, because we're in the bottom of the crevice. I can't just be shooting crossbows and fires down here.
I mean, you can if you want to. It's not like you haven't done other destructive things in the past related to chandeliers. So.
Yes, but breaking a chandelier won't make a boat sink.
That's true.
All right. I'm going to unarmed strike the closest person.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an unarmed strike roll.
Now, okay, hang on. It's not sneak attack added to that. That's sneak attack just gets damage. Okay.
Do you want to strike one that looks important or that looks like most of the other ones?
I guess important.
Okay.
All right, I got a 17.
Okay, so you do see one with a staff down here as well. And you remember they are the spellcasters. So you strike them with a 17, which will hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay,
Yeah,
so...
D4.
D4. Do I get my sneak attack?
You do have advantage, actually, because you were stealth, so yes, I'm going to say yeah.
Yay! So 1d4 and then 6d6.
I think technically the rule is supposed to be that, like, you don't because you're not wielding a finesse weapon, but I think it's stupid when you can't get sneak attack on unarmed, because you have all these spy movies where people just, like, go around snapping necks and stuff.
Right? Now, where's my d4 at? I know it's up here somewhere. Here it is.
We rule of cool around here.
Okay. The D4 is the bottom number, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Unless it's set up to be the top one. It depends on your D4.
Oh, it's the bottom number. Because, yeah. Alright. That's a lot. Okay. Hang on. I'm sorry. I'm doing math. 5, 10,
Totally valid.
15.
And your teacher in 2nd grade told you would use math every day and you thought she was stupid.
15. 21. 24.
Now here we are playing D&D.
27. 30.
30! Oh my gosh. Just describe their grisly demise.
The whole point was just going and I guess, let's see, just kind of taking them out this way, just pushing in and going, shh.
Okay. And it just... And it falls limp. Alright, we're at Wisp. Wisp, you have confused everyone.
I have. I'm trying to think how much chaos I want to cause in here.
Well,
So Anu already took out the one with the staff.
yes.
And it went down fairly easy, yes?
For Anu, yes.
See, like, the debate for me here is whether or not to put Charlie to use. And they're going down this easy. My inclination is to hold him in reserve.
Okay.
So... Like, what's positioning? Like, are they all clustered in the middle? Or...
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's a very confined space, so...
Yeah. Actually... Ooh. Can I dimension door myself onto the deck?
You can.
I would like to do that, please.
All right. So, how does this look for you?
So give me a quick second. So there is very briefly, sort of directly behind me, a sort of a chromatic shifting colored, just looks like a doorway pops up behind me, and then it pushes forward, engulfs me, I vanish into it, and then it vanishes. And a corresponding action of a door appearing and then pulling back and leaving me in its place and then vanishing in the spot where I'm ending up.
Okay. So, Anu, you were halfway between the two, so go ahead and give me a perception roll. Just to see if you catch that Wisp is upstairs now.
Okay. 39. Sorry, not 39. I know how to do math. 29.
20. I was like, you can see God. But all right. You see Wisp is you see and hear Wisp just in your periphery. And so Wisp is safe on the deck right now. Well, as safe as being in front of a kaiju can be. So, yeah, do you have any other actions, Wisp?
I do, well, I mean, what's the scene on deck is question one.
So you see this huge serpentine creature with a dragon-like head currently emerged from the water, and it has opened its mouth and released a hissing roar.
I am just gonna take a ready position right now, just because, you know, I'm still trying to get a sense of these things.
Right.
So I think I'm good.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and give me a perception or investigation.
Which is less terrible? Let me check that. Ooh, investigation is less awful.
Okay. We love
8.
less awful.
8.
8. Okay. So, you are aware of the serpent. The serpent is just kind of commanding all of this attention right now. because it's large and scary and has a very large mouth that could probably eat many things.
I was gonna say, if I had rolled in that one, would I fail to notice that it's a serpent?
There is a ladybug on the deck. All right, next up we have Nim. Oh, I've been forgetting to put up y'all's portraits. So there's that.
So I apologize for not remembering this. Am I still in Sailor Amalgam form, or did I switch back?
That's up to you. I'm going to let you tell us.
I think I'm still in Sailor form, because I don't think there was really time.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. And so I am downstairs, right? And I'm near SENITA, I believe.
Yes.
Okay. But I am not... Am I being held by anybody at this time?
I can't remember. I should have watched the episode beforehand. I'm going to roll a dice and we'll see what happens. Pick even or odd.
Even.
It is odd. So...
Okay.
So you are currently tied up.
Okay. But do I have
a starfish? Yes. So if the ship sinks, you can breathe.
Okay. And can we talk through these starfish? I'm sorry, I keep asking questions.
No. You can you cannot talk above a whisper and you cannot spell cast.
Okay. So Nim, who is a great fighter, a storied warrior, is going to use a maneuver she calls the toddler, and it's what she learned from taking care of children at orphanages. And it's where you just go super limp and try to go out from under their grasp and then see if you can get away.
All right. Go ahead and give me either your choice of acrobatics, athletics, or I'll even let you use performance for this because of how you're doing it.
Performance. Yeah, we'll use performance.
Because you're specifically mimicking something you've seen.
Dirty 20.
You easily managed to get yourself free.
Okay. And so that was one action, but don't I get 2 attacks, but not 2 actions, right?
Correct. Because you have to use your attack action to get those 2 attacks.
Okay. So basically I've just wiggled out of control of this creature.
Yep.
And I'm on my way to crawl away, but haven't done so.
Yes.
Okay.
I would normally afford you a perception roll to see SENITA, but you cannot roll that high. It's literally impossible. So, okay, that brings us to Tempest. I told you I rolled very badly for these guys.
Wow. Well, cool. All right. So the big serpent. How far away from the deck is the serpent? Is this something that I can engage in melee with, or I'm gonna have to do ranged attacks?
You'll have to do ranged attacks if you're gonna engage the serpent. You do see Wisp is on the deck now. Wisp, you do also notice Tempest is here. So
Okay.
So you two are facing that.
I have noticed 2 things: big serpent and Tempest.
Is there were there other enemies still on the deck? I remember we were fighting something else also.
So there are some enemies on the deck. You have cleared out the enemies that currently can see you.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to get ready then. Tempest throws her sword into the air, very like Shiva style, and says and screams, "Spirits of vengeance, hear my call." And a swarm of ghosts and skulls and just vile evilness surround her and form a spirit shroud.
Oh, all right.
Yes.
So, what does that do?
That means I get there are these nasty spirits and stuff that attack for me. It basically just does a D8 of some type of damage I choose, and I'm going to choose necrotic damage. Hopefully, they're not resistant to necrotic.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So so it goes off when it hits you, correct?
It's a concentration spell, and every time I attack, I get an extra D8. I mean, that's mechanically how it
Okay.
works.
Cool.
So.
That's exciting.
No.
So are you going to attack then, or was that your action?
That is a bonus action, and I'd be happy to
Okay.
attack something in range.
So that thing is in range for you.
Okay, great. All right. What is that? 10 plus. So I swing out with my great sword. That's a dirty 20.
That hits. That hits.
Woohoo. Okay. So, here we go. We're gonna do the original 2d6 from my great sword, but I have Great Weapon Master. So let's see. I re-roll the 1 because of Great Weapon Master. That's 8 for the base damage. 1d8 or where's my d8? There we go. 1d8 of necrotic damage on top of that, which is a 2. I'm really terrible. Okay, what else do I get to do? And I'm gonna smite. What the heck? I'm gonna smite.
Okay.
With a second level spell to do another second level spell level or do another 2d8 damage.
Okay.
So we've got 10 right now, and then we're gonna add another. Well, that's 10 on the dice. Add another 6. That's 16 plus. What was my stick? Plus 6 more. 12. 32. 32 points of damage.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, describe for me how this looks when you blast this serpent thing. Where do you hit it?
Well, wait a minute. Did you said I could? I'm sorry. You said I couldn't attack with a melee weapon, right?
You cannot attack with a melee weapon, but you do attack with range, right?
Okay. I'm sorry. I totally messed that up. Let me do that again. 20
Oh.
still hits. 20 still hits, right?
Yes.
This is okay. I'm sorry. How far away is the serpent though? Because my power, the summon spirit shroud only helps me if it's within 10 feet.
It's 50 feet up.
Oh, okay. Well, it doesn't help me at all.
It's about 20 feet out from the thing, from the boat. So if you'd want to hit the head, it's 50. If you want to hit just like the body, it's about 20.
Okay, I apologize. Instead, we're gonna take that 20 and use it. Tempest summons a hammer, and she
Okay.
throws her hammer, and it flies. And I need 2 more attack rolls since they're an attack roll for each one. One of them, one of them, 11. Does that hit?
11 does not hit.
No, I didn't think so. Okay, so only 2 of them did hit, and those are. What is it? 1d10 plus 6 apiece.
1d10 plus 6. Ooh.
Yeah. So I'm gonna.
That's
those
actually
two,
better, isn't it?
Two of my 3 hit. Well, I can't smite on top of that. 5 and 6 is 11. Plus 6 is 17. So 17 points of damage. She summons a hammer
17.
and throws it, and it flies towards the giant kaiju, and it misses once, and then it comes back and whacks it twice, and then it comes back to her hand.
Okay, so you Mjolnired this thing.
Yes.
And now it's going to be the Marrow's turn. So, Wisp, please
Yo.
roll for me. I think it's a D6 or is it a D8 for confusion?
Let me pull it back up. Hold on, I'm checking
Because I rolled it last
multiple
time.
things at the same time.
But I thought
it is a D10.
Okay, you roll that because I think it's funner if you roll it.
Okay, so D10. All right, so that is a 3, and as a 3, the creature does not move or take actions this turn.
Okay, so if you've ever seen or played World of Warcraft, right? They're doing that whole bit where they have the stars on their head. They're going, So they are still confused, still dazzled. The razzle dazzle. Now it's the kaiju's turn.
No.
So, yes, in fact. So I need for both Wisp and Tempest to give me that good dexterity saving throw.
Dex. Okay.
Dex saving throw. All right. Now remember, you get +6 to your saving throws because of my aura.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is that on top of any pluses that I already get?
Yes. Just add 6 to whatever you got.
You're
That's
basically
it.
invincible now.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay.
So all right, let me roll. 17 plus 8, 26.
Okay.
No, wait a minute, 36. Wait a minute, no, that's not right. It's 26. There we go.
26.
I'm glad I'm not the only
Wisp.
person having a problem with math.
You are one short of what you need.
Ah!
So, I'm going to roll this good damage here. It is... Holy frick, I didn't realize this. I mean, I did realize it when I made it, but I just forgot about it.
How many dice are you about to roll?
18.
Won't be the first time you died in game. I mean,
7.
No, it won't. But, you know, I knew what I was getting into last time.
All right, I'm going to roll 9 twice.
What the fuck?
Oh, well, that's good low numbers. So that's 3 plus 2. That's 5 plus 3, 8, 12 plus 11 is going to be 23 plus 4 is 27 plus 28 31 35 plus 2 is 37 plus 2 is 39 40 41 42 44. So half that if you succeed, 44 if you fail.
If I succeed at what?
If you succeed your save, it is 22. If you fail your save, it's 44. It's fire
So wait.
damage as this thing exhales steam in just this massive spraying, needling cloud of like rainwater that's like liquid hot.
You said I failed.
Yes, so that's 44.
I hate you.
And also the ship takes that. So, additionally, everyone down below needs to make a dexterity saving throw. Because the deck is caving in.
5.
5.
They're so busted.
Okay.
25.
So if you... So 25, 5. 5 doesn't make it. 25 does. Anu, what do you get for your dex?
22.
22. Okay. So Anu succeeds. So the 5 is what's going to fail. That is 6, 10, 16, 22 plus 3 is 25. 25 damage if you fail. Half that, so that's 12 if you succeeded. As splinters rain from overhead and chunks of the deck break down and actually like crash, gouging holes into this ship. You see wood raking on wood, splinters flying. There is now water spraying everywhere down below. People are starting to panic.
I can't imagine why.
I'm going to say that both Wisp and Tempest managed to avoid the area that caved in.
Thanks.
And now we're back up to the top with Senta. Senta, you see this chaos unfold. What do you do?
You're on a boat, and you all... is this sea monster theirs? Like, clearly I'm aware of the sea monster at this point.
Yes, you are. In fact, you see that this chunk of the deck has broken down, and you can, in theory, run up it to get on the main deck easily if you want.
Great. My question is, do the Marrow look as scared of the sea monster as we do?
The Marrow are, in fact, dazed, so they don't react.
All of the Marrow are dazed.
All of the Marrow are dazed because I rolled a single roll for all of them, and they all failed.
Well, were there any on the top deck that she can see from where she is? Because I wouldn't have hit them.
Senta can see... Senta wouldn't be able to see them. However, Wisp and Tempest can see that some of the Marrow don't look afraid when they're watching this thing. If anything, they look like they're cheering and happy. There's a lot of commotion going on, but...
Yeah.
So anyway, I guess in that case, my go-to is gonna be to knock out all of the, like not all of them right now, obviously, but I'm gonna start with one. I'm gonna non-lethally coup de grace that one. I'm gonna start working my way through all of the dazed things and make sure that they are properly unconscious so that we don't end up swarmed by Marrow when the combat is over.
Okay. How many attacks do you get?
I believe... I don't have that written down. I'm a rogue. We're the high enough level that it's definitely more than one. Let me go look that up. I usually don't end up using my attack.
Mm-hmm. I think rogues only ever get one attack is the thing. But if you have like a mind effect or something,
you only ever get your
multiple...
sneak attack on your first one. That's why I never use it.
Yeah. Okay. Gozer says dazed and confused. Yes, they are dazed and confused.
Wait,
I thought Centra was in the bottom with us.
There's now a
Yeah,
gaping
yeah.
hole in the bottom,
okay.
in the top that lets you go to the top if you want.
Oh, because I'm like, how are you seeing the serpent?
Yeah.
No, I must be thinking of like specific subclasses of rogue that give you extra attacks, because apparently you don't get any extra attacks. It's just a normal rogue, which is good because I wouldn't have used them anyway. So yes, just how many of them are there down here?
Down here there's 15.
14. I killed one.
14, you're right. 14 and one that is currently dead.
Do they have their starfish in the open?
Yes, they do. They have sacks of them.
Good, I'm just gonna take one of those then, and instead of going after the stunned fish, they can just stay where they are. I'm gonna, start getting the actual crew ready, because the ship is clearly going down.
Okay. Alright, so you are doing that.
Yeah.
Anu, what are you doing?
Oh yeah, we're back to me. Nim is injured, so I think. Is it possible to, I think I'm just gonna heal Nim.
You're gonna heal Nim?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
I will say you don't have to if there's more pressing things. I mean, I probably shouldn't say that out loud. But I'm just saying.
well, I get a bonus action, so I can heal you and then start to head out.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
So that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Where are my spells at? There it is. I got Cure Wound. I'm going to do second level Cure. 2d8s plus 2. Okay. That's not an 8. Oh, I found the 8. Where's the other one? Oh, I think that might be the one I lost. No, nope, I found another one. It's fine. I got it. I did. I lost my blue D8 that you gave me, Steven.
Oh.
This makes me sad.
I'm so sorry.
Wait. Oh wait, these are 9s. Hang on. Which one's the 8s? Okay, I found the 8s. Never mind. I should not be playing in the dark.
I've been giving whispers.
13.
13.
So is that to me?
Yeah. So,
Nim nods her thanks.
how does this look when you heal Nim?
Well, this is a part of my thing called Metallic Dragon. So I think what it is just some dragon wings come out and then like kind of encase around them and heal.
Okay.
Like a little angel wing hug.
Aww. And Nim, you feel your energy rejuvenated within your soul. And I rolled Wisp's turn, so that means the plot twist happens on Wisp's turn. So I want everyone...
For my... I was going to say for my bonus action. There's a hole right where we are, right?
Yeah.
I want to... Is it high enough to jump to?
Yes, you can absolutely get up and out if you want.
Okay. Yeah, for that. Heal Nim, jump up.
Okay. So Anu is now up top with Tempest and Wisp. And Senta's down below, clearly doing something with all the sailors. And...
Just slapping those breathing apparatuses on them, on the ones that don't have them already.
Mm-hmm. So now I want everyone to roll a d20 for me. Tell me what you get.
2.
8,000.
14.
9 on the die.
9 on the die.
Nat 20.
Okay.
Wait.
That's
Okay,
2
I have a 3.
successes. Oh, only 2
How important?
successes.
How important is this? Because I have inspiration, and so
It is important, but it is not your role that you're making.
I'm going to spend a point of inspiration and try that again.
Okay.
all right.
That's worse. That's a 5.
Okay.
So wait a minute though, because there's all these times where like I might want to read. Is there any ability that I have that might apply to this, right? Because if it's a charisma saving throw, I will re-roll it because I am gonna pass that. But if it's something else, like I don't know.
It is not your role. You are not rolling for your character at all.
Okay, all right.
You guys see these massive tendrils that at first you might think belong to like a squid. They're like the long ones, but they have these spikes on the ends and they have electric power jumping among them. And these tentacles shoot up all around the serpent and start wrapping around it, trying to drag it down. And you smell what smells like rotting fish suddenly permeate the air. And the creature starts howling with this weird snake-like, lizard-like howl as it starts thrashing in the water. And waves start kicking up, jostling the boat and causing the boat to start sinking even faster.
It's a blooper.
And Wisp, it is your turn. And because you spent your last turn orienting yourself, go ahead and give me an Arcana roll.
Arcana. 25.
You recognize that this sort of rot and decay on these tentacles and this mutation reminds you very much of the sorts of things that you've seen with the Umber Horde.
Fuck.
Oh.
And you see that now these marrows are looking terrified in response to this thing.
Shoot. See, the thing is, I legitimately don't know what to do in this situation because Wisp would not have figured out the starfish thing.
Mm-mm.
They haven't had reason to sort that. And is Senta still doing that below deck, or
Give me a perception roll. We know you love those.
16.
You can see SENITA slapping these starfish-like creatures over the mouths and noses of sailors from these bags that were carried by the Marrow. The Marrow were putting these on people, and now SENITA's doing it.
Does Sentis currently have one on?
Yes, she does.
Okay, great. So now I don't trust those things, and I assume it's controlling you. So
Oh no!
that's the conclusion I would come to.
That's valid. That's 100% valid.
Ah, shit. Okay, so sea monsters being torn apart by corrupted nonsense.
Uh-huh.
The Marrow seem panicked and like they've got their own issues.
Mm-hmm.
Am I allowed to cast Healing Word on myself?
You can.
Okay, good. Well, I'm gonna do that then, because holy freaking cow. I'm gonna cast it at level 6 on myself,
Okay.
because that thing really took a chunk out of me.
Mm-hmm.
And so that is 15 points of healing.
15. Hey.
Where's Anu currently?
Up with you and Tempest right now. Just came up out of this massive gaping hole in the deck.
Okay, since Anu is on deck and within sight, I will also designate Anu my dance partner for however long we're still in combat.
Okay. So, Anu, you can now act because you are a dance partner.
Okay. You can school my attack, and if the thing we were fighting is getting attacked.
You see there are some Marrow up here that are panicked.
I think I'm just gonna point and laugh.
You spend your extra turn to point and laugh at them.
Yes.
You know what? I'm gonna make them make a saving throw to not take psychic damage. Oh my gosh. So they just look like they start crying as best as lizard fish people can, sobbing and wailing and hugging on each other. Like they look distraught if ever there was distress.
Anybody else getting that image from Return of the Jedi after the Rancor has been killed and there's that one guy who's like, oh!
Yeah. So, Wisp, is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Nim, what are you doing?
So Nim, still on the ground. Nim wants to get up and get the heck out onto the deck as
Okay.
quickly as she can. What? I mean, it's a pretty big opening, I would assume, and it's. I mean, I could crawl up some wreckage, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yep. You can absolutely do that.
Okay, that's what I would like to do.
Okay, you can do that. So Nim crawls up onto the deck.
And Nim's still looking like Amalgam Sailor, yes?
Yes.
And with that,
I see.
but you guys know it's Nim because previously she revealed herself by saying, "See, I told you the rainbows."
Yep, I remember that.
So now we are on Tempest. Oh, Tempest.
Okay, so I have a question. There's things. There's a lot of monsters and there's a lot of people running around on the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Who is actually in combat? I mean, is everyone just really running for their lives?
It seems that has become the new thing.
Okay, all right. How damaged does Wisp look?
Very.
Very.
A bit less now, but
It got better.
I'm like, for comparison, I am a bit over half my HP at the moment.
Okay. All right. Well, because I can't get consent from them, I'm not gonna heal them.
Okay.
If they were at death's door, I might take that chance to piss her off again.
Valid.
So, okay. Well, running for their lives. Okay. Well, the ship's going down, right?
It seems that way, yes.
Okay. I want my slippers back. God damn it.
Okay.
Forgot about those.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I don't know how far I am from that room, but I want to misty step into that room.
You can do that. It's straight below you. And
straight below me.
when you misty step, you realize you are up to your waist in water. And
That's
you
fine.
see you see a body that has been impaled by a chunk of the deck.
Oof.
And he is dead.
Dead.
Yeah,
Is that my friend who was studying stuff?
Yeah, his breastplate has actually impaled him from the deck. So you don't get a permanent enchanter in your party to help you. But you do see that he has 4 projects on the table. He has your shoes that he was looking at. He has that armor that he was making for you.
We did more.
He has a what looks like a knife, like a kitchen knife, but it's very fine, and the blade is like a vivid emerald green.
Okay.
And then he also has what looks like maybe a hood or something. It's like a veiled hood that's like a cowl almost.
Okay.
And it has like runes stitched into the seam.
Wow. Well, I quickly say to the man, "I'm very sorry. Rest in peace." And I grab what I can off the table.
Okay.
First, my spider-clad boots. Then, or my spider-clad slippers, I should say. And then, the rest of it.
I will
Just
let you put
throw
on
it into my bag.
2 items, or equip 2 items right now, and put the other 2 in your bag.
Oh, that's very generous. I thought I'd just be throwing it all in the bag.
You can equip 2 now as your action.
Okay. I will absolutely. I don't know what any of. All right, so I'm gonna take a chance on one of them. Put my slippers on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be in bare feet anymore. And it'll help, because let's be like walk up walls and stuff. So, and then I well, I grabbed the armor.
Okay.
Wait a minute. No, I'm wearing armor that lets me breathe underwater. I have no idea if this thing was complete or not. I am not giving up my ability to breathe underwater.
Okay.
So I keep the knife. I keep the knife with me. Everything else goes in there until I can figure out what the heck it does.
All right. So you do that, and you realize this room's door is currently like half broken in, but half like forced shut by the deck that was broken.
Okay.
So essentially, you are trapped in this room that's filling with water unless you have a way to get out.
I mean, on my next turn, I can Misty Step out again.
Okay.
I can see, like if I got in, got spell slots to go.
All
right. So the hood, the knife, the armor, and then my slippers. I got my slippers back. Okay. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. So that puts us at the Marrow, who
Which I'm actually gonna go ahead and say that my concentration was broken by getting hit with boiling water, and that probably killed the confusion spell.
Okay. So you realize that these Marrow have started to orient themselves. Senta, you see this clearly. They start speaking to one another in a language that I don't think any of you understand. And
what is it, just for the record?
Aquan?
Nope.
And then they all begin slithering up the hole. You see them start pouring from the hole and diving into the water. Some of them react to the giant fish tentacle thing that's attacking their sea serpent creature, and they freak out and dive in as well.
I got my down under here.
So they are fleeing for their lives at this point. And that is their round. Time for the sea serpent, which does not escape. So everyone, go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
Oh, God. 12.
6.
12.
13.
13. That brings it up to 60. All right. Did I get yours, Robin?
No, what are we rolling?
A D20.
Oh, just a D20.
Yep.
All right. 17.
17.
I
Okay.
should promote this die. It's been doing very well for me today.
So these tentacles start sending these spikes just like carve into the sea serpent, and then you see that the sea serpent starts like writhing and jostling and convulsing as electricity pours over its body. And it seems that these creatures are still tussling, and it is now significantly more injured. The sea serpent is. And we are back up to SENTA.
Cool. All right, so it occurred to me while we were on like the rest of the round that I didn't mention this, but I feel like it would be incredibly stupid not to be cutting their ropes also while I'm sticking these starfish on their face so they can use their hands and actually swim and not fall to the bottom of the sea if the ship goes down like it's probably going to. So like
Absolutely.
I just want to slip in there that I am also cutting the ropes. But
Sure,
yeah, no,
yeah.
I'm gonna stay the course because keeping people alive, like, I don't know that this thing is Crom spawn. So what SENTA would be doing would be taking care of the people who are still alive.
Okay, so go ahead and roll sleight of hand or acrobatics or athletics.
Come back, baby. We'll build a course.
Sleight of hand is going to be a dirty 21.
Okay. Between last round and this round, you can free and starfish
Got it.
all of the remaining crew who are still alive and were not crushed by the falling deck.
Okay, good. Can I also, like, use the speaking action to telepathically give them instructions to find somewhere safe to swim?
You can do that. You can do that.
Okay.
They're all up to their waist at this point. You're up to
All
your
right.
chest.
Yeah, that's my turn. In that case, that's gonna be it for me this round. I'll come join the fight next round if you guys haven't taken care of it yourselves by then.
Okay. So,
No, that was cool.
next up
Oh,
we have
wait.
Anu.
Wait. Wait a minute.
Whose side are we on? Are we still fighting or are we? I'm so confused.
Are you saying this out loud in character?
Yes.
Anyone on deck can respond, so basically everyone but SENTA.
I don't know.
I just got here.
Do you want to say anything, Tempest?
I'm downstairs. Remember, I'm under the.
Oh, that's right. You're under right now. Okay, so yeah, that's what you've got. Anu, are you doing anything?
I'm gonna start searching for ways that we might be able to escape, just in case.
Okay, so give me an investigation roll or perception, whichever you prefer.
Perception.
Okay.
30. I got a nat 20.
30. Oh my gosh, you see God.
God's making a lot of appearances
In
this
fact,
game.
you see a small island about a mile away in the direction you were headed.
Okay. Oh, we have those ear walkie-talkies, right? That we can only hear each other?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'm gonna shout through there, land ho.
All right. It does look like there's it's a rocky island, and it looks like there's some sort of like tower or towers or some sort of like structure. It's hard to tell, but it looks like there's a stronghold on this island,
Okay.
like built on the island.
We may have to rescue a dragon. I'm okay with that.
So, yeah, that is what you've got, and we will go on to the creature that has been fighting the other creature. Everyone rolling the other d20.
Because I do not remember.
19.
The
4.
17, but somehow I'm getting a feeling like these high rolls when we're doing this aren't helping us.
What did you get, Robin? I'm sorry, you cut out a little.
17.
17.
Oh my god, he voted.
11.
11. All right. So this thing is, you watch as the tentacles continue to constrict and the serpent starts to hiss, but the hiss starts sounding raspy. And it shoots another blast of this steaming hot water into the sky. And it looks like it's trying to fight for its life and losing. So that means Wisp, you are up.
No, win.
So hang on. Do any members of the party that I can see other than SENITA have the thing on their face?
Nim does, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Nim does.
How close is Nim to me right now?
Very close.
I'm gonna tackle Nim and try and pry the thing off her face.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Sorry, I don't know what it is.
That's valid.
Looks like Starro to me.
Mm-hmm.
Nat 20.
Okay, you can just do this. You can rip it off. Nim, it feels like you just got a face wax.
You just hear me. "Ah!"
I think that's all I'm gonna do this
Okay.
round.
All right, so Nim is screaming in your face. It's Nim's turn. Nim, what do you do?
I needed that for breathing. And that's what I scream. And then I pick up my starfish, or I take it from Wisp's hands and slap it back on my face. And then I try to stand up. And
Like, I won't fight her. Like, she can grab it from me. I'm not gonna fight her on that.
Okay.
And then I stand up and I have nothing further to do. Nim does not thrive in chaos.
Okay. Which is weird, because she works with children.
Right, that's a controlled chaos. Kids, yes. Sea monsters, no. So.
Fair. Okay.
Kids are sea monsters. Have you seen their noses during winter?
Oh, that's a good point. That's yeah.
All right, we're at Tempest then. Tempest, what are you doing?
Well, first I'm gonna, I only have so many spell slots, but, I could try to get out of there the same way I got in, but, so it's filling with water,
Mm-hmm.
and, the door is closed, so there's no opening. There must be, yeah, I mean, I guess I'm just gonna spend a spell slot now and Misty Step back
Okay.
out, to appear back on the deck.
So, Nightcrawler style, Tempest appears back on deck again.
Remember, Tempest is surrounded by evil, nightmarish ghosts and stuff.
Oh, yes.
Surrounded her. That spell is still that shroud of spirits is still running.
Mm-hmm. And then you still have an action.
and she says, "Yeah, poof." She pops up. There's nothing to fight, right? There's nothing to fight.
Not right now.
This ship is going down. Do we have a way out of here? That's it. That's all she's got. I mean, no
Okay.
idea.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. What is a sauna? Cats don't like water.
Yeah. You guys haven't
Hi,
seen
Mommy.
a sauna yet.
Can I see if I see her?
Sure. Give me a perception roll.
28.
28. You see that she is currently lying face up, but floating in the water on the other side of the ship from the monsters. Like she was thrown off of it or something and knocked unconscious perhaps, or something else.
I mean, if you want to save her, she's over there. But if she went underwater, I wouldn't be upset about it.
I run over to try to save her.
Okay. So, how are you going to save her?
Well, she's, let's see. I mean, I'm just, Tempest is just gonna dive in. You know, she has a
Okay.
swim. I have a swim speed. I'm just gonna dive in,
All right.
grab
you
the girl,
dive
and
in.
come back.
All right. You dive in and you grab a hold of her, and she is barely breathing.
Okay. Well, I want to swim back to, you know, I'm gonna try to pull her back and swim back to wherever we need to go.
Okay. All right. So you're swimming back to the ship, and it is the Merrill's turn. So that means I need one person to roll a d8 for me.
I'll do it. 1.
One. So it's right now, you all start hearing this massive creaking and groaning. And from outside the ship, Tempest, you can see the ship itself is rending in half. And there is one of these tentacles splitting in the middle of it. So the ship itself is actually carving in half. And it starts to capsize. Everyone who's on the ship, make a dexterity saving throw to not fall off.
Going to use my inspiration.
12.
12.
Nat 20.
I didn't think I was on the ship.
You aren't, so you're good.
Oh, okay.
No, they were waiting on me, and I also nat 20'd.
Okay, so the two rogues keep their
Rogues are
footing
fine.
brilliantly. You two both miss it by 1 and fall off. So both Nim and Wisp fall overboard at this point. As the ship is splitting in half.
There's got to be lifeboats around here, right?
Can I use my reaction to drop the starfish on them? Like, not individual starfish, but the bag of starfish to them so that they can use them if they want to.
I will say yes. So,
That comes with a mental whisper. Like, sorry, I didn't ask first. Water breathing. Go, go, go.
and so Wisp, this starfish falls beside your face in the water as you plunge under. And Nim, you're good. Because you put yours back on, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you can just breathe underwater right now.
Okay, well then it would have only been Wisp I was contacting that
Okay.
way.
So yeah, Wisp, you're underwater.
Am I within arm's reach of any of these things?
Yes.
Because I don't know how to swim.
Yeah.
So if I'm within arm's reach, I will grab one and slap it over my mouth.
Okay. So you can do that.
Okay.
And, as you do that, I need everybody to roll another d20.
3.
17.
14.
All right.
18.
I don't know why you're like, roll these random dice, and I am sitting here so nervous about rolling these random dice well.
So I'm gonna let you in on the secret now because you guys got through the threshold. So, you guys have been rolling damage against the sea serpent,
I figured.
Oh,
that's
that's
what I thought.
and now, starting with SENITA, we'll pass it around, pass to who you want. Describe, all of you together for me, the sea serpent's gruesome demise. So, SENITA, start us out.
Another electric wave goes up, and Veer is next.
One of the tentacles wraps around its lower jaw and tears it off.
Ooh. Who are you passing it to?
I'll pass it to Robin.
All right. A creaking that somewhat mirrors the wood of the ship as it began to splinter echoes over the area as a tentacle wraps around the middle and just starts snapping ribs in half. Who hasn't gone?
Marissa and Megan.
Megan.
The spikes, they've sunk in, but now they start to shred sideways instead of just poking in and eradicating little chunks of flesh, and just there's a haze of it as it's coming off the body.
All right, Marissa, round us out.
So as this is all happening, the waters around the creature, it just kind of looks like a scene from Jaws. It's just all bloody and gross, and it just like this cloud that keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, until finally it just kind of goes quiet in that spot. The creature, well, I guess I don't need to say what the creature does. So
You can describe what
so
the creature does.
I say it just, everything just goes under at that point.
Okay. Now, everybody roll a d8.
Why would you make me do these things, Stephen?
2.
7.
2, 7,
1.
1, 2 again. No repeats. Roll again, Megan.
7.
7. That's a repeat.
I got a 5.
5,
6.
6. Okay.
Just
I gotta
that
pull up my
moment when
table.
like the impulse exists for Megan to like get dead ass look into the camera and just start saying numbers until one comes up that hasn't already been said.
Okay.
I have a
So-
dice cam. You all know what I write, what I roll.
That's true. There is no cheating.
I will not be accused of that.
Everyone.
No, it's not an accusation. I'd have done it just to be sarcastic.
No, I understand. Thank you.
Everyone who's underwater gets a front
Yes.
row seat to this. As number 2. You remember how the creature's bones, its rib cage was split open? These bones in this creature, as the serpent sinks, you see that its red blood starts curdling and shifting to black. And the bones start creaking like wood underwater. And you see them elongating and jointing as this creature grows 80 different spider-like limbs out of that were once ribs. Number 7. The jaw that was detached starts to extend these grayish sinews back to the mouth as the entire thing elongates like a crocodilian snout. 1. Some of the creature's bones just lacerate the skin, exploding from the back, creating 6 sets of fleshy wings. 5. More eyes start opening through the flesh all along the serpent's body. And 6. The creature, who once had one head, its head starts splitting off into 3. And you have a new crumb spawn monster under the water as it dives deep into the blackness, following the marrow. And you see now this squid-like creature, the size of a castle, with these long, long tentacles. It too, it pauses first, as though it's starting to swim toward all of you, and then instead it starts diving toward where the marrow have fled. And combat is over, and you see the ship start sinking. The sailors start swimming out from the ship, those who are remaining alive. And now, all of you, Asana, and someone roll a d8 for me.
Somebody else roll it.
I got,
got it.
Oh,
Okay.
never mind. You go, Robin. I have bad luck rolling.
I got a 3.
And 3 sailors. So all of you, Asana, and 3 sailors. The other sailors either were crushed as they were trying to escape or drowned.
And I'm assuming this does not include the captain.
The captain is nowhere to be seen.
There must have been lifeboats here. What are they? There were dinghies or something. Are they floating free of the boat? Are they being pulled under?
They're being pulled under right now. They were on pulley systems, so like they're you could go cut one free if you wanted.
I'll do that.
Okay.
One
So-
should be enough for the small number of us that lived.
I was gonna say the problem I have is, Steven, am I sinking or what? Because like again,
You're sinking
can't
right now.
I can't swim. Like I can maybe since I can breathe. I'd like to think I'm not panicking exceptionally. So like maybe I can see how other people are swimming and I can try and imitate that, and you can make a call on
Just
how we want to
just
play that. But like,
froggy.
yeah, Wisp would not just willfully sink, but also does not know how to swim.
Okay. So I will have you give me a wisdom saving throw to see if you know to relax to stay afloat.
Well, let's see.
Or you can roll survival if
16.
you'd rather. 16. You know that if you relax, you can float.
Okay. So I will relax. It helps that I can still breathe regardless, so I think that's doable.
Okay. So you are remaining afloat and slowly rising, very slowly, but you are rising.
Okay.
I dropped my spirit shroud. I let go of that concentration, so that's gone. And I figure that I'm swimming holding like Asana's arm or something, you know. You said she's barely breathing, huh?
Uh-huh.
I do lay on hands and I give her 5 hit points.
Hey, she's not dying!
Fantastic.
I was about to make her third death save.
Asana, wake up. I need you to swim on your own.
What? And she sort of like chokes and sputters out water and then begins treading. What happened?
We were attacked by, well, everything in the sea. We need to find something, a piece of wood.
There are pieces of wood. Anu, I want you to give me a sleight of hand roll to see how successful you are at cutting this lifeboat free.
Okay. One of
'Cause
my
it's underwater.
D8s is all broken. It's like an order. It's weird.
Interesting. You can roll either athletics or sleight of hand because you are swimming.
Yeah. I'm gonna do sleight of hands. So
Okay.
I got a 24.
24. You easily cut this thing free. So you have to drag it to the surface and make sure there's no water in it, but you can use it.
Yay!
So
Found a boat.
Anu brings a boat. There is a boat.
All right. I would have settled for like just a door that's clearly big enough for 2 people, but only one of us is going to be on it.
I'll never let go.
I will be like kind of quietly from the water. Little help.
Assistance.
Nim will say the same thing because Nim can float and can convey herself in a doggy paddle, but cannot swim in a more dignified manner. So
All right, I'm just gonna start like dragging people into the boat as applicable.
Tempest is got in a lot of trouble for trying to rescue Wisp from water before, and so she's perfectly fine helping saving just one person today, saving just Asana. Hopefully we make our way to the little dinghy.
Yep, you guys can all get in the boat. I'm not going to make you roll for that one.
Is there enough room for everyone? Because if there's not,
There is.
Okay, good. All right.
So, you guys have survived.
Okay. Once
Oh,
I'm once I'm in the boat, I'm gonna take the starfish off my face,
Okay.
but I'm also gonna pocket it.
Okay. Give me a nature or arcana roll.
21.
These are living creatures that have a symbiotic relationship with those that don't normally breathe underwater. So you'll have to actually keep it alive like a pet if you want to keep it.
Now I'll put it in the water.
Okay.
I tossed mine in the water as well.
Okay.
Regardless of whether or not Wisp has ADHD, I do, and I will forget to take care of this thing properly.
What? Wisp, why do you smell so terrible? Oh no, I forgot and it died. Sorry. No, that wasn't a character.
God.
That was the few had kept. Never mind. All right.
That's very funny.
Tempest stands up and goes like this and wipes the water from her. It all just goes splashing. I assume that she's not covered in more than 5 cubic feet of water, and she's a shape water. Just
Yep.
dry herself off immediately.
Okay.
Would anyone
on.
else like to? Anyone else need to be dry?
Oh,
Some
yes,
of us didn't
please.
fall in the water.
Everybody gets it. Whoever wants it.
Yeah, I'll take a
I just go through and-
prestidigitation,
Yes,
Susan,
please.
Thank you.
Drying everyone else, and I don't have to touch anyone for that.
You
Nim
just
pulls out
water
her
bend
cinnamon
the
roll
water.
box.
Yeah, just splash it away.
Nim pulls
I-
out her cinnamon roll box and drains the water that's inside of it and tosses out the moist cinnamon roll and closes
Yep.
it back in the pocket.
We need to actually sit down and talk about what's going on as soon as we've got a minute to do so.
Well, you
Well,
guys
I'm
have
free.
time.
It's
All
gonna
right.
be about a mile until we get to the island anyway.
So, here's the situation. I'm with you for this leg of the journey. I'm with you until we go find your friend. But that thing that we just saw in the water, I can't just leave it. Can't. Like, it is literally my job not to leave that thing a loose end. So I have to come back and deal with it. Are you guys going to be okay if I part company with you after this leg of the journey?
I absolutely will not be fine with that because you're not going alone.
I mean, no, I'm not. I have a conscript.
And Asana just waves her clawed fingers.
Yeah,
That
she-
thing is everything I despise in the world. You're not
Okay.
going alone.
All right, you want a slice of that? You got it.
Absolutely.
Look, under other circumstances, we might even volunteer to help you deal with it, but what we're going to can't wait.
I know. That's why I'm going with you first.
Okay.
Because I understand that all this. You guys have got some big things you're doing, and this could get real bad if it's allowed to go unchecked, so it can't be allowed to go unchecked, but neither can that. So I can only put it off for so long.
Understood.
Well, the good news is the coolness of the water down below will probably preserve it, so it'll be there for you when you come back, I guess. Bright side for everything, I suppose.
I suppose that's fair.
I suppose, yeah. I tried. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm
No,
sorry.
you're good. You're fine.
How are we steering this boat? Is there oars?
There are oars, and actually, 2 of the sailors have taken up the rowing
I was going to say, we
task.
got some people on
And then-
on board who should know what they're doing.
Yeah, you see, one person who has this like sun-browned skin and sun-bleached hair looks at you, and they sort of clear their throat. So, what was that hellish monster?
That's a bit of a tale, but I guess we've got time. And so we'll go into it. We will get into the whole thing, how these things are these abominations that have just been, you know, like altered, like either brought into being or altered by the great evils in this world, how it's catching, how if you get its blood on you, like there's a good chance you'll turn to like the dark things that these things do to people if they get their talons in you. Like, SENITA doesn't spare details.
I see. Well, that up there may be where we part ways then. And they look to the island with the stronghold on it.
I would say that that's probably advisable, and if I thought for a second that that attack wouldn't have happened if we weren't here, I would be apologizing profusely, but something that big, it wasn't going to turn up just for us. So I guess in a way you were lucky we were here, but at the same time, probably you don't want to go further with this stuff than's already been done.
Well, thank you for your release, because if we were to just go, we would probably be risking death, or at the very least, we'd be risking consequence.
Oh, you probably need somebody to walk you to town, huh?
No, but we will need someone to vouch for us when we get to the Ile de Fer.
Oh.
And they gesture to the island.
Yeah, alright. I mean, we got no reason not to tell them the tale. They should know about it anyway. There's gonna be more.
Very well. Thank you.
Thank you.
I saw you trying to save most of our shipmates.
I gave them a chance. Sometimes it's the best you can do.
Yes. Well, thank you, just the same. And they'll just kind of remain silent for the rest of the trip, so unless you guys want to talk about something. You will see in the chat at the very top, I linked the map of Ulm. You guys are on...
I was going to say, we did not get very far.
No, you did not. You are at the Ile de Fer, which is in around the middle of the map, if you can see it. It's right near Crossway. You guys end up docking on this, in these docks. As you're sailing into this port, because there is like a makeshift port here, right? You see that there are huge statues of soldiers, and it looks like they're each one is holding these thick chains, which the chain for scope, each one is about as thick as a person. So they are massive statues built into the cliffside. And you dock in this port that is actually, it has these high ridges and high cliffs all around it. And there are stairways carved from the stone face that go down to meet the dock and go up to the mountain where there is a massive keep with a huge portcullis that you can see even from the base.
Stephen, the time we spent on the boat coming here, does that count as a short rest?
Yes. Yes, it is an hour. You guys you see that you are greeted by these guards who wear the Voirisian regalia. These are much more heavily armored than you're used to seeing, though. Full plate, helmets that hide the entire face, except for little eye slits. And they don't have a lot of the feathers and cloth and whatnot that works as a sort of garnish for armors in the city. It seems that this armor is much more about being practical. You see that the weapons they carry, while fine, are much heavier than those you're used to seeing guards carry as well.
Now,
Sorry, I have a question. For the short rest, are we clicking both boxes or?
Clicking both boxes.
Because when you click short rest, it says recover, and there's a box that's unchecked, reset maximum HP, or the second box is automatically apply healing with dice results.
You would not reset your HP.
Okay. So what is a short rest reset? Or
Abilities, certain spells for
okay.
warlocks, things like that. You guys are met by 5 guards, one of whom looks to be in slightly more ornate armor than the others. You would gather this is probably the person in charge. State your business.
So, Stephen, to confirm, this is part of Warre, correct?
Yes.
I've still got the freaking Queen's signet ring.
Hey.
I will show that. I say, we are on a mission of vast importance. We have lost our ship. We need a place to recover for the night, and we will need a means to go back onto sea in the morning.
And who are you to request this?
We are the Motley Few. We are acting directly as an arm of the Voirisian royal family, of the Queen in specific. And who are you to stand in the way?
I am Warden Janaya Ducard. I am in charge of the Ile de Fer, which, as most of you should know, and she sort of like eyes the 2 elves in the party in specific, and then the dwarf.
What? Wait a minute. What elves? There's only
They
one
consider you an elf.
elf. Not an elf.
She
Like
eyes
Janet
all
from
of
The Good
you,
Place, not a girl.
Not an.
and then
That's the
she's and she eyes the non-humans, but not Wisp, because fawns are kind of known to know things. And she says, you are on the Ile de Fer, which is the highest security prison in all of Warre. Unfortunately, we don't put up guests for the night unless they intend on serving a sentence.
That's a lovely line, and I'm sure it works most of the time. But I have to imagine that those who man this location, guard it, don't sleep in cells. And so while you may not be equipped or expecting of guests, you do have a means to house people.
You are correct. We have a means to house our guards.
So if a couple of us agree to take guard shifts for the night, to change your tune at all?
Roll a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Okay. I'm going to use my inspiration to negate that disadvantage.
Okay, bet.
Because I knew I was going to need to, because I'm not a persuasive character. But I rolled an 18 on the die.
So the warden looks you up and down, and then her posture relaxes just a bit. She removes her helmet, and you see that she has this really pallid skin with freckles everywhere, and this mass of red hair that just poofs out in a tail from underneath her helmet. Very well. I suppose some of us could do with a break for one night.
I hope you'll believe us when we say we wouldn't be here if circumstance did not force us here. We're not trying to impose. We're not trying to get in the way. We just need to rest. And if you can provide us any means to leave in the morning, we will do so.
Additionally, however, I do need to report to you about what happened that landed us here in the first place, because
Also
it's relevant
that...
to you.
I see. Wisp, give me a persuasion check. You don't have disadvantage because Senta made a good persuasion check last time.
Okay. That up. 21.
21. Okay. You guys have had 2 successful persuasion checks with her. If you get a third, she will increase her reputation with you. So just be aware of that. So she pauses for seconds, feels like minutes, and then nods. You look quite harrowed. So whatever happened to you, I'm certain we can talk about it over a nice breakfast.
Morning.
Actually, that's a good question. Steven, what time of the day is it? I don't
The
even
sun
know.
is just rising.
Okay.
Yeah. That was all. You guys had a rough night.
If only you would have believed me about the rainbows, gang.
I would have if I'd heard you say it, but Senta's always busy. It is her downfall.
That's why I couldn't kill you guys. I don't have my skull mug.
Thank God.
Not the lack of trying. Yeah.
All right. So she will invite you up. You guys climb this massive length of stairs. The stairs themselves are probably the equivalent of climbing 8 stories. And then you get to this portcullis, and it rises with this heavy cranking noise. And you find yourselves in this stone hall. It's very simple, very stripped down. Like, all of the decorations are like carved into the stone, as opposed to being like left there like tapestries and things. There's nothing nice like that here. It's all very like functional. And she leads you through this main hall off to a side area and to a spiraling stairway that takes you downward into what looks like a slightly more homey barracks and meeting hall, basically. Feel free to find a seat and a cot, and breakfast will be out shortly.
Wisp will do sort of like, it's not quite a bow, but it's a little bit more elaborate than a nod.
Okay. She leaves. The guards station themselves around the room, clearly watching you guys. What do you do?
Nim goes into a corner and kind of faces away from everybody. It just changes her appearance finally. And
Okay.
then comes back and sits down.
When you come back and sit down, all of the guards draw their weapons and point them at you.
Oh, hey, it's just me and that sailor amalgam that you saw. Gang, can you help, friends?
Right.
Same person. She's with us. Nim, that could have been better timed.
You have a mage among your ranks.
No, not at all. Not a mage. I cannot do magic. You can ask my friends. They'll tell you. I'm very unmagical. Just, not, very steadfast of face.
I know that your Commander Ducard is no longer here. I told her. I shall reiterate to you. I'll flash the signet ring again. We are agents of Her Majesty. What we are and what we are capable of is maybe atypical to you. We are not here to cause trouble. And it's been a really bad morning so far.
I saw
mean,
a sea monster.
I might be here to cause a little bit of trouble.
Anu, not right now.
But not until after breakfast, you know.
So they will lower their weapons. Make an intimidation check, Wisp.
Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna take an inspiration and
Do
roll
you need
that
an
again.
encouragement?
18.
18. So they lower their weapons. They back off. You hear one of them mutter something about this Queen Chanel and her quirky people she surrounds herself with. And, yeah.
All right. Wisp is going to take a seat and tune their lute.
Okay. Easy enough to do. Nim, what are you doing? Since they were still kind of watching you pretty heavily.
Nim is just gonna sit down, hands in her lap, and wait for breakfast to be served. Just look around and then kind of enjoy the calmness and think, you know, just nothing really. Just
Okay.
smile, sitting
All right.
down.
Tempest turns to Asana. How are you doing? We are in a prison.
This is not a prison. You should see the prisons my people have. There is
Okay.
no screaming.
Well, then.
There is no smell of burning blood. This is merely a meeting hall.
Look, Asana, you can continue to be tough all you like, but I was just asking about you. If you need anything, you let me know.
Make a persuasion check.
What is that? Persuasion is the thing I'm really good at. Persuasion. No, it's only a 12. 6
She-
plus 6.
She presses her lips and goes to take a seat beside Nim. She seems maybe slightly uncomfortable by what you've said.
Yeah.
You see that
Yeah.
the sailors are just sitting down.
I examined the magic items that I got from Edward.
Okay, make Arcana checks for both. Actually, all
The-
three, because you don't know three of them.
Yeah. So I don't know. Let's start with the green knife.
Okay, start with that one.
I got no idea. That's a 9.
9. You got no idea. It's a green knife.
It's a green. It's obviously for chopping vegetables.
Yeah.
Let's
Actually,
see the hood. Let's do the hood next.
Anu, you can make an Arcana check too
Okay.
for the knife.
That again is a 9. I have no idea what that does either.
Oh, I got a 9 too.
Oh, yep.
You know, could I roll something above 10? Maybe once tonight, maybe twice. I don't know. And then finally the armor.
The armor. Okay.
There we go. 16 plus 4 is a dirty 20.
16 plus 4. All right, so you see that the armor is unfinished. And it has runes carved into it, but you don't know what the runes need to be filled with. They're carved out, but they aren't filled with anything. And usually runes are filled with like a gemstone or a type of metal or something, right? To help conduct the magic that's being channeled. So this is incomplete armor, but you can figure out that when it's completed, this armor will give you wings.
Wow. It's the Red Bull of armors. That is fantastic. Well, I want to keep that around. Now, when you say armor, is it just a breastplate? Is it?
It's full plate armor.
Okay. Is it very light?
It is lighter than most plate armor, but it is
Okay.
not very light.
Okay. I will choose to disbelieve how I swam around the ocean with it, but that's fine.
It is light. You had it in your bag of holding, right?
I do not have a bag of holding.
I thought all of you were given one at the start of the thing.
Oh, well then it
Yeah.
was in my bag of holding.
Yeah, I was presuming
Wait,
all
how
of you
did
were
I-
keeping most stuff in your bag of holding, which is why the
What-
swimming was
how-
feasible.
how did I not have that in my
don't
list
know.
of stuff? Bag of holding. Well, yes. Okay, fantastic.
That
That
is
it's
a staple, except I can never give them to my home group because they will use them to do things like steal entire libraries.
That's smart.
bag of. Yeah. Okay. Cool. No problem. So
All right.
that means I didn't lose my other +2 half plate, right? It didn't sink on the ship because it's
Correct.
in my bag of holding.
Yep.
All right.
Anew, there is a chandelier in this room. I'm just letting you know.
Like, is it over a table or is it?
Yes, it's over the table.
Oh.
There's like sconces throughout the room, but then there's also an iron chandelier that has spikes all around it over the table. And you see that the chandelier is designed, you can let it go pretty easily if you have a key. You can unlock it and the thing will release and fall, and it has spikes on the inside. So it will do a massive amount of damage to anything that this falls on top of, or anyone.
Alright, there's people in here.
Yeah.
How annoyed does Wisp look right now, Vera?
It depends on whether or not I see that Anew is taking stock of the chandelier.
Make an insight check. Anew, make a contested stealth roll or perception, your choice.
Aw,
8.
8. Oh no, I nat 1.
Wisp is just going to meet Anew's eye. No.
I didn't say it was.
Just no.
After several minutes, wooden bowls are brought out and wooden utensils. And then this humanoid yak person comes out. Just shaggy fur all over. And wearing
I
an
say
apron.
howdy.
And he
I say don't talk back.
he nods to Send and says, "Much obliged, ma'am." and he goes around and spoons a ladle full of what is hopefully oatmeal into each of your bowls, and it splorps down in and splashes a little bit on the table.
I'm going to press to digitate some flavor into this thing before I tuck in.
Okay. So
I taste first before considering the same thing.
okay. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
Nim eats a cinnamon roll from the cinnamon roll box.
All right, hold on. Let's see what my Constitution saves are. Okay. Oh no. I'll use the other
Runaway dice.
runaway dice. I got more. 10 plus 8, 18.
18. You do not take fire damage from the searing hot food as it meets your mouth. And all you feel is hot because there is less than no flavor. This tastes like it took the flavor of your tongue and ate it up. So it's really gross.
Okay.
It's the texture of like Jell-O if Jell-O were also sticky.
Okay. All right.
So fun fact. Sorry, go on.
I am trying to think if there's a nice subtle way of prestidigitizing some flavor to this. You know, this reminds me. Has anyone ever heard of the story of stone soup?
Well, yes. That is one that I teach the children, you know. That's how we get them to help us in the garden, because then we like allow each of them to bring an ingredient to the soup and they feel like they've helped. And it's great because then they don't ask to really help, because I don't know if you've let a child in the kitchen ever before, but I mean, you remember what Giselle was capable of. It's worse when you have so many of them.
I think you're absolutely correct. That's absolutely correct. But the best thing about stone soup is that everyone got together and really thought really hard about how their food tasted. They all worked together. And I attempt to use this story of stone soup to cast as many prestidigitations as possible subterfugely and make people's stuff taste better.
You can roll Arcana or Stealth for this.
Okay, let's see. It's gonna be Arcana because that is better than Stealth. Come on, make things better for people. 14 plus 4 is 18.
Describe how it tastes now.
What she's done is she's taken an infusion of honey and maple syrup. If there is maple syrup on this planet, if there isn't maple syrup on this planet, then it's an entirely new, slightly spicy, slightly cooling to the mouth flavor that suffuses this. It's still gloppy. I mean, there's only so much you could do, right? But at least it's a smooth, flavorful porridge, as if it had been creamed for an incredibly long time. You know, like if you put it in a bowl and just stirred and stirred until it was soft and smooth.
So,
And she finishes the whole story about stone soup to say, you know, when we all come together and we can convince ourselves that things taste great. Which isn't exactly the point of that story, but this is the best she got right now.
Dim nods her thanks. And then offers, would anybody like some cinnamon roll garnish?
Tempest just... like, we could have just eaten cinnamon rolls. She will absolutely take a cinnamon roll garnish.
Absolutely.
And this warden walks in carrying her own bowl. Her bowl has a bacon and cheese omelet in it. And she sits at the head of the table and eats in front of you guys. So, about this guard duty you want to help with. And she begins explaining the rounds. She begins explaining the procedures and everything. She explains that since she doesn't trust any of you as far as she can throw you, each of you will be assigned a partner.
No, that
And
is
you will be
entirely
broken up.
understandable.
And she is expecting you to take the day shift, so everyone else who is not your partners can get a day off. Each of you will be assigned to a separate floor. And the lowest level is off limits.
Cool. Can-do'sville. I didn't say that in character.
As someone who's been incarcerated many times for lots of stupid reasons on many of the different planets she's been on, this is not cool. She's definitely grinning and bearing it.
So, she folds her hands and leans forward. You have 10 minutes to finish your breakfast before your shift starts.
That's absolutely madcap because I still need to report to you about what just happened on the ocean. I guess I'll do it after. No big deal.
She looks at the clock and she says, you have 9 minutes and 40 seconds to fill me in.
It's Crom spawn.
She pauses, mulls it over. You don't know what we deal with here regularly, do you?
No, I don't. That's...
We are the first line of defense for Crossway. We've been seeing corrupted marrow for weeks.
Oh, good. Then I think I need to hear some things from you two, and we probably should save it for later because you probably already know a lot of what I'm about to say.
I'm gonna make a roll real quick. Okay. She actually looks at your insignia that you wear.
Mm-hmm.
And
right in the open.
She gets a little more serious. Okay. We'll talk at dinner.
Okay.
And she unscoots herself from the table. She looks at the guards that are around the room. You go at that one. 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 She intentionally leaves out Asana and looks at her and says, you can stay here.
I conscripted her, so she is leaving with me. Not right now, but when we leave this place.
Make an intimidation roll. Okay. She'll nod and say, fine. But while she's within my walls, she'll remain here.
All right, but I'm counting her teeth before I leave.
That's fine.
I will take stock of her and make sure that there are no injuries that were not there when I left.
Yep. And then she stands up and walks away. Each of you goes to your shift. Everyone roll a d20.
I'm sorry, did I say I was going to take a shift? I'm just...
Oh, are you not?
We were just volunteering for this stuff.
You were
We
half
haven't been
voluntold.
Voluntold, because I want to be a sneaky sneak and just do what I do best.
Oh, you can
Disappear.
absolutely like sneak away from your shift.
I got a
Mine
3.
is 10 o'clock.
Okay, 4. What did you get,
Yes.
Robin?
16.
16.
14.
You still need me to roll a d20?
Yep.
Okay. Is it just a d20 or are we adding something to
Just
it?
a d20.
All right, 7.
So, most of you get people who are fairly competent in their job and who stay with you, and you go about your day. Anu, make a stealth roll.
Yeah, there it is.
Your person also seems uptight about the rules and whatnot.
I got an 18.
and you manage to slip away from them. So round out the night with an investigation roll.
All right.
See what you find.
Probably nothing. This is don't have anything in investigation. I just get away. Never mind. I got a 19.
19. So as you're sneaking through these halls, you occasionally look into the barred doors. The doors and the walls are barred so you can clearly see every prisoner. And one does catch your eye. One whom you've met before.
Ooh.
You aren't the one who would most readily recognize him, but you do see Ben, who was in charge of Giselle. He is sitting in a cell. He is quiet. His head is down. He doesn't take any stock of you. And you do notice that while most of the mages in this prison have some sort of metal collar with runes that prevents them from casting, he has no such restraint. And that's where we're going to leave it for tonight. So, thank you guys for playing. Thank you everyone for watching. And please check out all these awesome people. Their links are in the description. So follow them all over the internet, not in a creepy way. And
You can creepily follow me. I'm okay with that.
Also, SENITA has a thing coming up. Do you want to talk about your tourney real quick?
Yes, I am heavily into Digimon cards, and I am hosting not only another tournament, but a giveaway to the tournament. So if you play TCG, but not necessarily Digimon, there's a chance for you to enter a chance to win some structure decks, and I do hopefully intend to send them out before the tournament comes, so you can do both. Enter the giveaway and join the tournament. The tournament is March 29th. The giveaway ends next Friday. Let me see. I'm just going to put my Discord in the chat, and you can find the information there.
All right. And she has a Discord too. It's Lost Train of Thoughts, right?
I put the Discord chat in there because I've never been able to just find a Discord by searching the name.
Oh, okay. Well, I can actually, if I have invite power, I can put an invite link in the description.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll figure that bit out later. But until next time, everybody, whether it's on the page or at the table, tell your